I'm building a robo for a play and was just putting finishing touches on it. Felix helped me collect all the material I needed to put together my bot. I need to add some small light bulbs to give my robo glowing eyes. We have 2 bulbs, 2 cells to power the bulbs, and 2 switches to turn them on and off. All we need now is something to connect the circuits together. Let's see what we have. Some copper wire and some cotton thread. We can use them to create closed loop circuits for the robo's eyes. What happens when I switch them on? Only one of our circuits worked, the one with the copper wires. We know that electricity needs a complete closed loop to travel through. So what might be the issue here? Both the circuits have the same kind of bulbs, cells and switches. The only difference was the material used to connect these parts of the circuit. Copper wire for one and cotton thread for the other. Does choosing a different material change the working of a circuit? Yes. Suitable materials that enable current to pass through them are needed to make a proper circuit. Depending on whether or not they allow electricity to pass through them, you can sort materials into conductors and insulators. Materials like the copper wire that allow electric current to pass through them are called conductors. And materials like the cotton thread that do not allow electric current to pass through them are called insulators. We still need to find a suitable conductor to replace the cotton threads in my robo circuit. How do we know which materials are conductors and which ones are insulators? Let's try an experiment. Instead of disconnecting all the wires, we can remove the switch from the circuit with the copper wires. A switch, when turned off, breaks the flow of current in a circuit, and if we use an insulator, it will do the same. Now the circuit has one bulb connected to the cell and 2 free ends of the wire connected to the switch. In this group of materials, the conductors will allow the current to flow and the bulb will glow. However, the insulators will stop the current flow and the bulb won't glow. So what do we observe? The bulb glows when the ends of the wires are connected to the coins, keys, pins and sewing needle. This means all these materials are conductors of electricity. In fact, most metals or metallic substances are good conductors of electricity. Great! I can use some of these materials to complete the circuit for my robo's glowing eyes. The bulb does not glow when the wires are connected to rubber, glass, plastic ruler, wooden stick, candle, thermocol and paper. This is because these materials are insulators. What about when circuits have a gap in the connection? What is preventing the current from traveling? Gaps aren't empty space. They have air. And air is an insulator. Which is why circuits need to be closed and do not conduct electricity when they are incomplete. Insulators like rubber and plastic are often found covering wires, plug tops and switches. Why do you think this is so? They are made of insulating materials to prevent us from getting an electric shock. But what is a shock? It happens when an electric current passes through our body. Does that mean we are conductors too? Yes, our bodies too are conductors. Even Felix is a conductor. And so is the water he is sipping. Now that the robo is ready, I'm sure the play will be a super success. Observe materials around you and try to guess whether they are conductors or insulators. And remember, we stay curious.